So this is the second one. I want you to know how to overcome through these inadequacies, which is stubbornness. Now that we made that commitment not to recreate the past of how it was, or we also made that commitment to observe and bring that mind to the present based on the facts, knowing that we are safe and we can trust. So anybody had any trigger when I use the word trust? Any triggers? Just show me a hand. Yeah, thank you. So now if there is any trigger with the word trust, and if you had any triggers, is it possible now again to plant that thought to your mind that you can trust yourself and you can trust others? Just plant that thought. We are not saying we are not concreting anything. We are only planting thoughts, and that's the whole point of this conversation. It is to plant that thought to your mind that it's okay to trust and you can trust because you're already trusting many people. You trust the roads, you trust the people, you trust your supermarkets, you trust the food you eat from them. You trust. You trust your choice. You trust yourself. Thank you. Thank you. So we established that again collectively. We established that whenever the mind is going into recreating the past as a result of any of these inadequacies, I deserve punishment. I should not have lived. Anybody here? I should not have lived. Why was I not taken instead of them? Anybody here with those things? Is it all right now to release those inadequacies? Just you're giving permission to your mind to release those inadequacies. That's all you're doing right now. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you're just planting those thoughts today. Thank you. Now, so with these inadequacies, so now that we've seen this, we have seen these inadequacies and we understood that from our memories, from our experiences, we had a glimpse of when we created those inadequacies of rejection or of unlovable or I'm not attractive. We saw that. Now, how do you manifest? What do you manifest as a result of this? Right? What you manifest as a result. So now, do you have any of these in your life? Just show me a hand. Any of these things that are on the screen in your life? You think, oh, this is something here, right? Thank you. Now, thank you. So now, as much as we think or we believe that the other person is XYZ, or are we labeling them? Is it possible for you now, again, to open your mind, because this is the whole exercise of this conversation? Is it possible for you now to just be open to the possibility maybe they are in some way your safe place and you're creating them? It can be a bit confrontational, but I'm pushing you there and I want you to see that. Is it possible to accept that, or to at least see that we are creating this around us to keep us safe? Right? And the reason why I say that, and any resistance, please say resistance in the chat box so then I can address it. So few things for you to understand over here when I said we created, but there are also reasons where we happen to be victims, and there is the spiritual path. I'll connect to you very shortly with that acceptance. Now, still we are working on the premise of we created it, and we have to understand the nature of the mind. So right now, today, if you have any of these authoritative people or bossy people or narcissistic people or anybody around you, I want you to think about them right now. Be with me. Think about them. And if I ask you, I want you to think about them and I want to ask you, What's the best thing about having them in your life? It's not a straight question. So whatever comes to your mind, you don't have to question, you don't have to analyze the question, you only have to respond to this question. What's the best thing about that? Yeah, my kids and he's my husband, but what's the best thing for you about that kids and husband? Reinforces uncertainty. Thank you. Yeah. What do you get out of it? What's the best thing about having them? How is it helping you? Yep. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for allowing your mind to give you that information. So right now, I want you to again plant this thought to your own minds to free yourself from that. You don't have to be in those bad relationships just because you're worried about your safety. So you don't need them for you to become a better person, do you? For you to understand good and evil, you don't have to keep them around you, do you? So is it possible right now to plant the thought in your own minds that muster the courage, because it's courage and stubbornness. We will talk about that. Now in your minds, in this space, because what you see in your mind, that's an internal experience and you will manifest it. So right now, is it possible to free yourself from it and free them? You don't need negative people in your life for you to achieve something good for yourself. Is that okay for all of us? You don't need negative people around you for you to achieve something for yourself. And can you free them now in your mind? Thank you. Thank you. You're planting these thoughts to your own minds. You don't need negative people around you for you to achieve something or for you to get something. Negative people or negative environments, you don't need. I'm repeating. I don't need negativity around me to make me a better person. I don't need negativity around me for me to see the good and evil, or for me to be cautious about what's the worst that can happen. For me to be a better person. For me to be safe. I don't need negative people around me or negativity around me. Thank you. Step back. Step back. And right now, in your minds, I want you to give that permission to your mind to release that and release them. Allow your mind. Allow your mind. Thank you, Bernie. Allow your mind and give permission to your mind to release that negativity and release those people and release yourself. Plant this thought to your mind that you don't have to have a negative experience or negativity around you to make you a better person or to keep you safe or to keep you comfortable. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So again, as I was talking about this, so is that a collective commitment for us? So one commitment we made is whenever the mind wants to go and recreate the past or recreate the past self prior to that hurt, prior to that traumatic experience, prior to that moment when innocence was taken away, you will bring your mind back to the present based on the facts. We remember that, right? That's one commitment we took today. Now, the second one, whenever your mind is feeling safe with these abusive or authoritative relationships without suppressing, can you bring that awareness? Can you make that? Can you take the decision now? Can you bring the awareness to this thought process? Thank you.